Toastmaster, Dan Wallace.
Danny boy.
Do we have any insurance agents in the audience? I just need to make sure that I'm fully in yours.
You smell like an nerd.
Who was your favorite, who was your childhood crush? Actor or actress, no judgment here, and why? Toastmaster Alex.
Oh. Raise your hand.
Toastmaster Tom Weiss, favorite childhood crush. I thought your brother was hurt.
I'll take that one. That's easy. Daisy Duke, in her Daisy Dukes. Yes, I am a child of the 70s and the early 80s, and I grew up on the Dukes of Hazzard. And oh boy, did I have a crush on Daisy Duke. That was the living embodiment of a woman. For me. Not for everyone, but for me. But I digress a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a really bad day?
Everyone.
Have you ever woken up and things just did not go your way? I mean, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you crashed the car, your dog bit you, you burned the coffee, the eggs fell off the plate, your spouse is yelling at you, you can't pay your bills, you woke up and you looked at your 401k statement this morning, it just kept getting worse, and worse, and worse. Have you ever had a bad day like that?
Yeah.
Have you? No.
Yeah.
Well, if you've had a day that bad, if you woke up in Maripol and someone was dropping bombs on your head, and it's really, really that bad, you've been fully manured.
That's right. God, can you imagine that day after day after day after night? Damn.
If you were on a desert island, would you prefer to be alone or with your worst enemy, and why?
Oh, God.
This goes to Toastmaster Kimberly Yu.
Okay, well, if I were in a desert island, do I want to be alone or to be with my worst enemy? I would like to be with my worst enemy because I am a human being with relational. We are relational. We want to relate with other people. Alone in a desert island was really scary, and I don't like that. So with my worst enemy, gives me a great opportunity to talk with him or her. So it gives me the opportunity and that person the opportunity to get to know each other, to understand why we become worst enemy. What are some of the opportunities to make amends, to learn to get to know each other, and we will learn to get inured to become good friends.
If a movie was made of your life, what would the genre be? And who would play you? Toastmaster Allison Richards.
Allison.
Boy, good morning.
Morning.
It would have to be a comedy for sure. My life is definitely a comedy. Something along the lines of Spaceballs, maybe, so we could have some fun with it. Just silly, ridiculous humor. Definitely along the lines with my husband and the children. We do laugh a lot and make a lot of jokes, so it would definitely be Richards the placemat, Richards the tablecloth, Richards the movie.
Or quite possibly Richards the Friar.
Yeah. Tragedy.
Hey, that's a good one.
Okay, what catchy jingle or bit of advertising has stuck with you for all these years? Toastmaster Mark Ayler.
That could be a short one. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling.
Thank you for giving me the honor of that wonderful advice.
Yeah.
I think the jingle that stuck with me all these years, and I can't remember what commercial it was in, but the catch line was, what's a mother to do? And I asked that to my paralegal from time to time, when they have a tough situation. And she says, well, I'm not a mother, why do you ask me? So then I go ask the receptionist that question. She says, I don't know, what do you mean? So, all these years I've been asking this question, but I still don't know what it means. So I think that qualifies me for the comedy of the year and the Dumb and Dumber movie. So that's
All right.
What piece of outdated technology do you still use, Toastmaster Roy Shear?
No. Now, do I have time to walk around and get in the middle?
No,
Stay there.
We ended
no, that's okay.
Stay there.
You're tall enough.
Red light's on.
The technology that I enjoyed most as a young man was the milking machine. You remember that, right? I remember, of course. Some of you are a nerd to the idea of actually seeing a real cow go to the meat market. I think they grow up in the back room. As a little farm boy, I was milking by hand. It's interesting, you never lose the grit, somehow. So it would take hours. We had 400 cows. Yeah. And finally, the electric milking machine came along. It was marvelous, marvelous. You just walked in, set it up under there are four, but in the farming language they call them teats, 4 teats. You know that, of course. So you hook up the machine and stand back, and the milk just flows away. The cow is happy because you don't have nails on it. So it was a wonderful invention. A wonderful invention. I guess that's my favorite invention of all time. Thank you so much for asking that. It took me way back.
That was a good one. If you could choose your dreams, what would you like to dream about and why? Toastmaster and Area Director Cindy Paulson.
Oh, Cindy, you got the softball.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters. I wasn't sure if I heard what's my favorite drink or what's my favorite dream. So recently I thought of Cinco de Mayo yesterday, and I have to admit, I imbibed, I enjoyed, and saluted Mexico in my own little way. But dreams, I think I'm living the dream right now.
Wow.
I am inured to all the bad stuff that is happening in the world because I like to focus on the positive. That's why we're all here together right now, focusing on our progress, not perfection, on creating community, on enjoying hearing from each other, listening, learning, and growing. Mr. Table Topics Master.
There you go.
How do you feel about clowns? Toastmaster Ben Hughes.
Are you sensing there's a theme here?
Right. What do I think about clowns? What are you trying to say?
You're talking.
Well, I want to say thank you to Roy Shear for showing us the way, the Milky Way.
Building out.
Your story actually reminded me of something my grandfather would always tell me, because he owned lots of acres and he had a farm and lots of cows. And it's every single time you drive by the farm, you know, you get the smell. He says it smells like money. And it just reminded me of the word of the day, which is manure.
He's
And
still in it.
I guess I've become inured to the fact that I can get away with saying the wrong word for the day and it'll count.
Not today, you have to try it.
What advice would you give to your 10-year-old self? Is it able Toastmaster type, Patty?
Unable. Disabled.
What advice would I give to myself?
10 years old.
10-year-old.
Suicide would be one idea.
Probably the same information, the same suggestion, the same recommendation that each of us would give to our 10-year-old self. Don't take yourself too seriously. Live life to enjoy it and enjoy learning. You know, when we learn, we can just experience so much. When we read books, wow, our minds can take us anywhere. We can do anything. We can live the dream. We can learn how to milk cows.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want. And I encourage each of us to go ahead and grasp what's out there. Don't let life get away from you. Don't be 70, 80, 90 years old and think back, oh, if I had only.
Oh God, now you're coming.
No. We need to be inured with the idea that we have the world in our hands and we can release that to those people that are near to us, near to our heart, the ones that we love and the ones that we want to watch, experience all that life has to give. Fellow Toastmasters.
Location, location, location. Enthusiastically sell us your house located right next door to the landfill. Toastmaster Stephen Mantle.
I'm near to doing table topics, but I do have a chance to speak today.
Thank you. Toastmaster Omar.
Red light sales.
If you're north to living near a landfill, it's convenient because you don't have to go too far to take out your trash.
Drive on.
I don't really have much more to say about that topic. It's just the convenience
So what brought you to Toastmasters?
to get better at speaking in public.
Your car, what kind of car?
What kind of car did I bring?
What brought you to Toastmasters?
Well, my line of work and what I'm planning on doing requires that I am good at public speaking, and it requires that I gain leadership skills, and that is what you guys are here for, and I'm very grateful for that.
Imagine that none of us are from Winter Park, say we're in Cleveland, Ohio. Tell us about Winter Park, why that's a good place to live. Toastmaster Zayin.
Thought you already did one.
Winter Park is the best place to live in Orlando. Although it's the most expensive place. So what makes Winter Park so unique? Well, we have Winter Park Toastmaster. It is the biggest. Biggest Toastmaster club in Orlando area. And although the houses are expensive, but if you buy a house in Winter Park, it will be easier to go to Toastmaster club. So I will say this to anyone who comes to Winter Park new and join the Winter Park Toastmaster. That is the best thing in your life.
What is the nerdiest nerdiest thing you do in your spare time, Toastmaster Mark Shear?
Lots of suggestions there, but pick one, pick one.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark. What is the nerdiest thing that I do in my spare time? I don't know. I don't think that I'm a nerdy guy, to be honest. But if I were to think,
One man's opinion.
one man's opinion, that is exactly right. I have become inured with, over the years, of spending my spare time, and you think I'm crazy, working in my yard. You may not think it's nerdy, but to me, it's kind of nerdy. You get to level off the hedges, you get to pick the weeds, you just kind of get to disappear in your yard, in your space outdoors. You know, I've done this for so many years that it has just become a passion of mine. No, not really.
No.
I tell you, the older I get, it has become the most disgusting thing that I can possibly do on Saturdays when I have my time off. So last year, I finally got to the point where I'm like, I'm done with this. Okay, people make a living doing this, so I'm gonna hire a service to take care of this nerdy work that I've been doing on the weekends. And I've been done with it, and it's been absolutely remarkable ever since. Fellow Toastmasters.
Oh, yeah.
Excuses.
I'll give it to that.
I saw you looking at that other woman. Tell us your excuse, Toastmaster Mark.
Oh, no.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
And guests. Why was I looking at that other woman? I look at all women. I'm a man. I look at all women. It's automatic. And I appreciate small things about every woman I see. Each woman is unique. Each of them is their own individual. And it's precious to me to be able to see each one and learn about each one. And this is why I, as a Toastmaster, look at women.
You've forgotten my name, haven't you? Precisely. Sydney Stern. Sydney?
Hold on, visitor?
She's a
Yes,
She's
she's a member of Concord.
She's a
Yeah.
member of Concord.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is there anybody that hasn't gone that would like to go? That's qualified to go? I called her and then y'all give me some.
He didn't know she was a member of another club.
Famous excuses. You've forgotten my name, haven't you? Tell us your excuse.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning, Cindy.
And to everyone I don't know and will know.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I never forget names. I
What's my
just don't say them. So, when I'm meeting you, I would never dare to say your name and not say your name, or your name. So instead, I don't use names. That is my way of dealing with the fact that, in fact, I really don't remember anybody's name, but I'm not telling you that. You don't know that. I'm just making the excuse that I've gotten inured to the idea that I'll never remember names, and I've got a great excuse.
One last one. This is for future DTM. Calvin Gann.
Who?
Have you ever been embarrassed by sending a text message to the wrong person?
Oh, yeah.
Have I ever? Are you kidding me? Oh my.
There's not much up there.
But what the heck was that word that I was supposed to remember? Like, I was supposed to say what? I'm turning up my hearing aids specifically for Tim now.
What's that buzzing sound?
He's gonna have his
It's
own.
this side. Text message.
Well, send it to the wrong person. Were you embarrassed?
Yeah. There's no such thing for me as being embarrassed because it's more about humility.
Keep going.
Oh, did I say something that say, huh? What did I say? I did. Man, I don't know how to play this game. Okay, so sending a text message is not, that's easy. I do that all the time. To send it to the wrong person? Is it embarrassing? No. Why? Who's embarrassed? I'm not embarrassed. You embarrassed? You embarrassed you received it? It's no different than receiving a phone call, is it? I appreciate you people, and I really enjoy visiting with you. I think Toastmasters is a wonderful program.